I'm so inspired by Ashley, just that she's just stepped out to be a voice for so many.
This is just really her call.
I think she's going to be just a powerful voice.
I'm very proud of my wife. I'm very excited to see her bring a different perspective and change that I think she can bring.
What is the mnemonic device that we learned for the Articles of the Constitution?
My name is Ashley Oyen. We currently live in Platteville, Wisconsin on a farm with our 4 boys. From the moment I wake up, I get to maybe have a little bit of alone time and my coffee and read and start my day. Our work day for our business starts at 7 a.m. Our shop opens up at 7 a.m. So I'm answering phones and intercepting things for the business. Boys wake up, they do their chores. I make breakfast, clean up, laundry, and we start school by 8:30. So pre-2020, I was comfortable with where I was at. I was doing life and it was working until it wasn't. 2020 happened. I could see the world changing, and for me, fear started to set in, like, how is this going to affect my family? How is this going to affect my children? How is this going to affect our business? Until one day, I realized enough is enough, and I knew that I wanted to be part of positive change. My friend Nicole Tice had invited me to a messenger chat with some other public school moms at the time.
I had posted about a community night that I was going to be hosting, and she right away was interested in coming.
Never heard of Americans for Prosperity before, so that initially intrigued me. I just felt like they were making a change and stepping up, and I really wanted to start helping and making a difference.
Looking back to when she and I first were just getting to know one another, there was always so much heart, but she wasn't sure where to put it.
The day I first volunteered with AFP, it was scary, but totally filled my cup.
And once that fear was gone, once that was out of the way, I saw a totally new person.
I felt like I was making a difference. I was excited and just really wanting to get more involved after that. AFP was really supportive when I first started door knocking.
We went out, I didn't have her do any doors by herself. We went out, the 2 of us, and I don't know, maybe grabbed 25, 50 doors, something like that, locally. And it sort of demystified the whole thing.
The training, the hands-on training that AFP provided was really beneficial to me in how I learn, rather than reading something and being like, these are the steps to door knock.
We had set up a National Day of Action, and Megan Novak was planning to come down to Platteville.
And I was super intimidated because, I'm like, oh, now I'm meeting, more AFP upline.
I think it's hilarious that Ashley said she was intimidated by me. If anything, we should be intimidated by her. She's a mom of 4, she homeschools, she's involved in her community, they run a small business, they run a little farmette here in Platteville, and yet she manages and dedicates time to work with AFP and to volunteer to fight for a better future. That's amazing to me.
Initially, when I started volunteering for Americans for Prosperity, I really just thought it was going to be something that I did here and there, and it's grown into something that's really just a big part of my life. Being a busy mom, I shouldn't have time to volunteer for AFP, but I make the time. I make the time because it's important. It's important for me to be able to set that example for my children and to be able to fight for them. Even though we're busy, we can still make a difference, and it's really important to be able to get involved and not be hesitant on those things that you feel like your heart is pulling you towards.
Ashley has been a huge advocate for the things that impact her community the most. She's a huge proponent of education freedom. She chooses to homeschool her boys, but she knows that's not the best path for everyone. And so she really engaged and helped us push a major education freedom victory in Wisconsin to increase access for choice and charter schools in our state and give more kids that same opportunity of education freedom that her kids have.
My decision to run for school board was a no-brainer. I have a passion for creating an amazing educational environment for all youth, whether they're public schooled, homeschooled, dual enrolled, private school. It's really important for me. Running for school board was really scary. Even though I grew in being more confident, in my abilities, I still fell back into that trap of like, oh, what are people gonna think of me? Or am I doing this correctly? But AFP really equipped me with the tools that I needed and helped me take a step back and realize that I can do this.
I'm so excited to go and vote for my friend Ashley because, you guys, as a servant leader, I know that she is going to serve our whole community in this role.
There is no better voice in Platteville than Ashley.
When I think about the world that I want my boys to grow up in, I want it to be where they can still achieve the American dream.
Who's better to fight for the next generation and for opportunity than the men and women who are raising the next generation? You don't have to do it all as a mom. I think we all know that, but you have to use your voice to get involved if you want to see change made for the better of our country and the better of our state. And getting involved with AFP is just the first step.